Hey everyone, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, with another quick update today. I definitely wanted to share this with the community, the reseller community. An amazing collection of vintage Star Wars figures were donated to us last week. I was just absolutely blown away by this amazing donation. Almost 100 figures, all vintage, all had their weapons and were never played with, and just such an amazing collection. The auctions are gonna start ending Thursday, so I don't know if anyone wants to kind of watch along. I'll do a video sometime next week about the top 10 items that sold. We'll go over them. We'll do a little bit more of an in-depth thing, but I wanted to kind of show you guys. And you can go to cancer.org/eBay to check these items out. Like I said, this amazing older lady donated these. She left a note. I'll post it right. I'll post it right here. It says, "Here are some vintage Star Wars items. I believe they will bring interest and hope they raise a lot of money for you." Oh my goodness! Like I said, this is a once in a lifetime donation, and I spent a lot of the time last week kind of doing the photos. There was almost 100 figures in the collection. Two of the notable figures that were missing were Yak Face and the blue Snaggletooth, the tall blue Snaggletooth. Both happen to be, I believe, Canadian exclusive, so that would explain why they weren't there. But pretty much every single figure, a couple of the Power of the Force figures, as you can see here on the side, or is it over there, have the coins, and they're the last 17 figures that were produced in 1985, and those are usually the ones that go for a ton of money. And you don't normally see these, together with their original weapons and everything, because basically, for those that don't know about Star Wars figures, for one, it's hard finding them that they haven't been played with if they're loose, and second, it's hard to find them with their accessories and their original weapons, because there were so many reproductions produced in the late 90s and the early 2000s. And one of the things that you can tell whether or not you have a authentic piece is it's kind of hard to see. And let me see if I can actually zoom in on the gun. I don't think I can. Basically, the original weapons are going to have, I guess this is good enough. The original weapons are going to have really fine detail. As you can see up there, the lines of the gun, you see how they're really pronounced. A lot of the reproductions are basically molds of the original pieces, so they're not going to have that intricate of details. Those lines up there and like the little kind of pieces on the gun are going to look a little rounded and not so sharp and crisp. And so this one is the Power of the Force. As you can see, it comes with the coin. The Power of the Force was the very last of the vintage figures that were produced. And this one happens to come with the coin. And if we can go back, we could see that this one's already at $318. What's amazing about this collection is the amount of watchers that are watching some of these auctions. I mean, here's the R2-D2 with the pop-up saber, 57 watchers. There's a handful of figures that are over $200. This is probably one of my favorite figures of all time, a Man. And for those that are in the Star Wars, this is a classic, a mint condition, never played with. $222 with 3 bids. I'm guessing this one's going to go over 300. Here's the thing too, is it's kind of hard to judge what these auctions are going to end at, because a majority of these these listings are for figures that are used. Sometimes they don't have their accessories. Sometimes these are like pretty much all complete, almost all complete. I think there's a couple of Power of the Force that are missing their coins, but basically every figure has their weapon. I mean, this Luke is a good example. That tip of that lightsaber is usually bent or broken off. This is one of the original figures, one of the original 12. They call this one the Farm Boy Luke because of his bright yellow. I mean, look at the bright yellow hair. This figure, these are crazy. Like I my original estimation was that we were going to get maybe $1,000 to $3,000. That's my original thing. I think right now that's like at $4,500 for all the figures listed already, and so it's crazy. It's crazy. So, anyways, if you want to watch a fun auction, if you want to watch this, we'll do another video next week because we have uh, the major auctions are ending tomorrow. A lot of the higher end pieces are ending tomorrow. There's pieces that are going to be ending Friday, and then there's going to be a trickle in pieces that are going to end Monday. I wish I had the time to list them all so they all ended on the same day. They're all spaced out in between 2 minutes. And by the way, if a pro tip, if you have like an auction like this with a lot of pieces, don't end them all at the same time. You can actually go in when you schedule your listings. You can go back in and schedule them to be like a minute apart, 2 minutes apart, 5 minutes apart. That gives the collectors even more time to bid on the other items as they're popping off, pop off, pop off. So I'm excited to see, this is going to a great cause, the American Cancer Society. This is probably the best vintage collection I've ever seen in my life, and I've had a vintage collection myself, and it like I said, the next best thing would be these in the package, like, and that's like few and far between. This was a once in a lifetime donation. We appreciate the lady who came and donated this. She knew what she had and she donated it anyways, and so uh, I'm just blown away. Anyways, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, we'll be doing another video sometime next week to kind of give a wrap up and maybe the top 10 figures, the top 20 figures that sold, and a little bit of history behind them. And so I have all these photos too, so there might be a video of all 90 something figures and what they ended at and price guide. So we'll do all that. Anyways, I'm Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler. We'll see you next time. Take care.